Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to another Sunday edition of Revived. And as with any Sunday special, I have to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Military Blaze. For those of you who are familiar with Military Blaze, you can go check them out in the link in my description. But they've got a lot of cool content. They've got a lot of great stuff, especially for all of you military vets. So if you've served in any branch of the military whatsoever, their content is definitely something worth taking a look at. So go check them out, guys. I highly doubt you'll regret it. Now, with my sponsor out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about something that I've been really frustrated with. Something that's, like just kind of mind-boggling to me, and I'm sure anybody watching this agrees with me on this as well. But I'm so sick and tired of all these people, especially people that I once knew, people that I used to consider friends, people that I used to serve with at a church. And if you're watching this right now, if you're a church that starts with the letter R, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I see it all the time with people posting pictures and posting stories about like how great everything, how great their lives are, and it's pretty much the same thing you see every day on social media, right? Like everybody's all smiles, everybody's like laughing, and life couldn't be better, right? And this has been an ongoing issue for the last 5 or 6 years, but in today's current climate where everything's turned upside down and people are angry, people are mad at each other, these politicians and these so-called leaders, and even the church leaders that keep perpetuating all of this divisiveness. Now is not the time to show people how quote unquote great your life is. Right now is the time to step up and take action and speak the truth. There's never been a better time in history to do that, and that's exactly what I've been doing, especially over the course of these last 2 years. I mean, technically, I've had this channel for 6 years, and all of my messages have been the same. But even more so the last couple of years, because of obviously what's been going on in our world, right, with all this COVID nonsense and all the riots, all the BLM, Antifa stuff. The Kyle Rittenhouse just got found not guilty, which is great. Everyone saw that coming, and I've never been more happy in my life about a trial than I've been about this kid, because this kid is actually he's an American hero, and I've said this before in my last video that kid has more balls than probably any grown man that I've ever met in my life, and that's saying a lot about this kid. But how many people are speaking out? How many people are really outraged? Like you say, you're outraged, right? You take a look around. You don't like what these politicians are doing. You think it's you think it's overreach, and you don't like all this CRT stuff and that's being pushed down in these public schools. But what are you doing about it besides posting videos and posting pictures about how happy you are and how great your life is, how happy your family is, and you got this successful business, and you've just life couldn't be better, right? But everybody knows that's bullshit. So if you're somebody that's doing that, and you know who you are if you're watching this, and I see it all the time. I see you guys posting shit all the time that's just, oh, look at me, look how awesome everything is, when really more likely than not your life is probably a raging dumpster fire right now. And everybody knows it. You're not fooling anybody. So you might as well take a stand. You might as well say what's really on your heart. You might as well be who you are, unapologetically. But most of you won't do that. But you know, what do I know? I'm just a stupid fitness guy, right? If you're a church whose name starts with an R, you're probably watching this and going, Matt, you need to shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a college dropout. You've never been to seminary. You don't have the nest egg that I have, right? You don't have the life that I have. You don't have kids. Okay, fine. You know, I'll take those arrows, no problem. But if someone like me can make a video like this and be open and honest the way that I am, again, without any concern over what the consequences might be, what other people might think of what I have to say, if this guy whom you look down on so much is making all these videos and speaking out like this and trying to put himself out there, why can't you do it? If you're so much better than me, if you think that you're so much smarter than me, and you think you have more money in your bank account than I do, why aren't you speaking out? Where are you? Where are the men? Where are the women? As far as I can tell, you guys are nowhere to be found. How much worse does it have to get for you guys to finally start getting uncomfortable and standing up for what you believe in, regardless of what the consequences are, regardless of what your friends or your coworkers or your family or even your spouse might think of you? What are you going to do? Tell me right now. Let me know in the comments. DM me. Message me. You can talk whatever shit to me that you want to. You can call me names. You can call me an idiot, and you can tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine. You're free to do that. But what are you doing? What are you doing? What have you been doing in these last couple of years? I want to know, because I don't see it. You know, it's very. I mean, I'm not surprised by it, but it's very. This kind of thing is very typical, you know. This is what I kind of expected. What are you guys gonna do? Instead of coming at me and calling me names and telling me what an idiot I am, what are you doing? Because I'll tell you guys right now, you're not sharing any of my content. You're not sharing any of my videos. And I can tell most of you don't support me 100% on all the things that I say and all the things that I do. I can tell most of you won't rally behind me and stand up to all this nonsense. So that's why I'm making these videos. That's why this channel exists. That's why I have to keep doing this. That's why I have to keep making these videos, no matter what happens, no matter how depressed I get, no matter how discouraged I get, I have to keep going. But I can only keep going for so long. I need you guys. We need you guys. You say, oh, Matt, why are you talking about our youth? Why are you talking about our kids? You don't have any kids. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's true. I don't. But since you do have kids, what are you going to do to change the trajectory of our society so that your kids can live in a better world, so that your kids can receive better than what I received when I was growing up and when I was, transitioning into adulthood? If you don't do it for me, if you don't do it for yourself, if you don't do it for your friends or your colleagues, your coworkers, do it for your kids. If you really loved your kids, if you really cared about your kids, you'd be speaking out right now. You'd be doing whatever you need to do, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter what confrontations might be pending right now. What are you going to do for your kids? That's what I'm going to leave you guys with. What are you going to do for your kids? Because me not having any kids, I see all these kids around me, and you can tell they look concerned. You can tell they don't like what's going on. You can tell that they want their parents to stand up and speak the truth so that eventually we'll be able to live in a better world. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon.